The moment Barcelona announced that Ed Sheeran's new album Mark would appear on their El Clásico shirt, a familiar stadium roar turned into a global ping. A notification, a viral clip, a debate thread. Overnight, the match stopped being merely a tactical showdown and became a cultural event. Music and football folding into one headline, a single shirt promising to carry the conversation beyond 90 minutes. On October 26, the fixture will still decide bragging rights in Catalonia and across the world. But now the jersey itself is under the microscope, not just as fabric, but as a statement about who football is selling itself to, and who it's trying to bring into the fold. Clubs have long courted stars to amplify their image, but putting an artist's album logo on one of the most watched jerseys in sport changes the arithmetic of fandom. It turns a loyal base into a marketplace for cultural moments and makes the playing field a billboard for cross-industry storytelling. For fans who see football as sacred ritual, this looks like a rupture. For brands and collectors, it looks like gold. The collaboration is clever in its timing. El Clásico guarantees attention, and with a musician of Ed Sheeran's profile, the press coverage moves from sports pages into lifestyle feeds, into playlists, and into the closets of people who may not follow fixtures but will buy a limited-run shirt. There's a game theory here. Wear the logo on the pitch during the biggest game. Seed it in the women's match first to normalise it, then let scarcity and spectacle drive demand. Reaction has been lightning fast. Players have welcomed the crossover, some noting the music's place in dressing room playlists. Others have been characteristically bullish about the idea that sport and song both bring people together. Fans have split, a chorus of excitement from collectors and those who enjoy culture mashups, and a vocal thread of skepticism from purists who ask whether a club's crest should be shared with commercial imagery at all. Social feeds are a battleground of memes, nostalgic takes, and hot takes that will only intensify as matchday approaches. Beyond headlines and resale values, the move exposes a trend that's been quietly accelerating. Clubs diversifying identity into lifestyle, rather than remaining solely athletic institutions. When a team allows an artist symbol to sit alongside its badge on a match shirt, it signals a broader strategy to become a cultural hub where music, fashion and sport co-create attention. That unlocks revenue, yes, but it also changes the symbolic language of fandom. A jersey is no longer only a sign of loyalty. It becomes a collectible with a life cycle tied to marketing windows and drops. For collectors, that's exciting economics. Limited supply, high demand, instant aftermarket. For historians of the come, it's a chapter that will be argued about in both academic rooms and bar debates. There are risks. Identity dilution is not merely theoretical. Repeat this strategy too often and the uniqueness of the crest can feel borrowed, repackaged, or worse, monetized in a way that turns heritage into transaction. There's also the question of authenticity. Are we celebrating a real creative union between artist and club, or are we simply watching coordinated promotion? The answer matters because it determines whether fans feel included in a story or sold to as an audience. Still, there is an undeniable power in convergence. Music fuels emotion, football offers ritual, and together they can create moments where entire generations attach a soundtrack to a match. For younger fans who discover football through a song, or non-football audiences drawn by a pop figure, this could be an entry point that broadens the sport's appeal. As El Clásico approaches, watch the conversations as closely as the warm-ups. Count the limited launches. The lines outside stores, the resale listings that spike within hours. Listen to the players' interviews when they mention playlists. Notice whether the shirt becomes a talisman for that fixture or a flash in the merchandising pan. The question isn't whether the partnership will make money, it almost certainly will, but whether it will be remembered as a cultural moment that enriched the narrative of the game, or as the day tradition conceded ground to spectacle. Barcelona just placed a bold bet on culture. Now, the stadium, the streaming platforms, and most of all the fans will decide if that bet pays off as a new kind of triumph or a controversy that will be rehashed for seasons to come.